High on Life delivers a wild, hilarious ride packed with absurd humor and vibrant alien worlds. The talking guns steal the show, each with a distinct personality that adds unexpected depth to the chaos. Visually, the game bursts with color and creativity, making every environment feel alive and bizarre in the best way. Combat is energetic and smooth, blending action and comedy with surprising finesse. The writing is sharp, weird, and wonderfully self-aware. It's a sci-fi shooter that dares to be different and absolutely nails it. Trover Saves the Universe is a wildly funny and absurd adventure that keeps the laughs coming at every turn. The dialogue feels fresh and spontaneous, while the characters are bizarre in all the right ways. The story grows stranger but somehow stays engaging, and the gameplay is simple yet satisfying, with clever puzzles and enjoyable combat moments. Its unique humor and creativity make each level memorable, creating an unforgettable journey that entertains from start to finish with non-stop energy and personality.
You must find the Crystal of Ipocles.
Dr. Fetus's Mean Meat Machine is a wild, inventive mashup of puzzle mechanics and brutal platforming. It brilliantly blends the DNA of Super Meat Boy with the strategy of classic falling block games, creating a fast-paced, twitchy brain workout. The difficulty ramps up quickly, but every level feels like a puzzle worth solving. Its quirky art style, dark humor, and tight controls keep the experience fresh and addictive. Fans of challenging games with a unique twist will absolutely love what this chaotic, clever title has to offer. Runbow is a chaotic, color-fueled race that turns platforming into a thrilling test of reflexes and timing. Every few seconds, the background changes, making platforms vanish and reappear in a way that keeps players alert and laughing. The multiplayer mode steals the spotlight, fueling both friendly rivalry and frantic teamwork. Its vibrant art style, punchy soundtrack, and crisp controls make each round a wild ride. Whether playing solo challenges or battling friends, it's a non-stop party that rewards quick thinking and sharp instincts. Flames of Damnation sets a grim fantasy tone where firelight guides survival through broken realms. The story follows a lone knight bound to cursed embers, driven by resolve rather than glory. Combat feels weighty yet fluid, with careful pacing that rewards timing, spacing, and patience. Progress unfolds through skill paths, gear tuning, and secret routes that reshape each run. Stark art direction and a restrained score sharpen tension without distraction. The result is a focused adventure that respects player growth and delivers a complete, strong final arc. Rigid Force Redux beams with vibrant visuals and satisfying side-scrolling action. Every level feels energetic, with responsive controls and impactful weapons that make each encounter engaging. The soundtrack pumps with retro synth vibes that suit the pacing well. Smart enemy patterns and smooth difficulty scaling keep things exciting without being overwhelming. A solid arcade-style shooter that respects the classics while adding just enough freshness to keep players coming back for more. A sharp, focused title that sticks the landing.
Bastard.
The HyperParasite, a malevolent extraterrestrial invading a dismal dystopia from the 1980s, has a grudge against humans. As the parasite, you must battle your way to the top of the pop cultural food chain in order to press the big red button and create the mushroom cloud of finality. You may feed the parasite with over 60 different characters, each having their own distinct assault and smackdown. Track down the host class boss, pull off their brain, and return it to Weedo's shopkeeper. You may use your stolen cash to unlock the character. Rounds feels like a sharp duel staged in a clean, modern arena where every choice carries weight. The lone fighter enters each match with equal footing, relying on timing, aim, and smart card picks to shift momentum. Battles move fast, yet reward patience, with rounds that build tension through adaptation. Unlockable cards reshape tactics, encouraging bold setups, strange synergies, and fresh rematches. Minimal visuals and punchy sound cues keep focus on the action, making each victory feel earned. Rounds remains a focused contest that rewards skillful play. Anxious nights in whispered halls set a tense, modern survival tale. Mina Park, a sharp student with quiet resolve, searches a warped school while unseen threats stalk every step. Progress feels deliberate, balancing cautious movement with sudden pressure, keeping focus locked on timing and awareness. Growth arrives through smarter routes, earned tools, and secrets that reward patience. Hand-drawn visuals and a moody score heighten unease without distraction. The result is a complete, satisfying adventure built on steady challenge and thoughtful design. There is a quiet desperation in deep space that this game understands perfectly. Cast as a lone scavenger, players navigate a dying star cluster, salvaging tech to survive. Combat flows with visceral tension. Every encounter demands calculated aggression, creating a rhythm of risk and reward. Beneath the immediate struggle lies a robust web of ship upgrades and branching nebula routes, ensuring no two runs feel identical. Stark pixel art and a low-frequency soundtrack amplify the solitude. This stands a complete adventure built for steady mastery.
Hunt down every last flute.
The Inner World: The Last Wind Monk is a beautifully crafted point-and-click adventure with heart, humor, and charm. The quirky art style and expressive characters pull you into a whimsical world that's both strange and endearing. Puzzles are clever without being frustrating, and the story delivers a touching message wrapped in witty dialogue and absurd moments. Voice acting is top-notch, bringing each character to life in a memorable way. It's a delightful journey for fans of narrative-driven games and clever puzzle solving.
His house? Is he okay?
No, he's dead.
Cold War shadows stretch across a quiet European countryside, setting a tense, thoughtful tone. The story follows a curious heiress drawn into a trail of secrets, codes, and forgotten family ties. Exploration flows at a relaxed pace, mixing puzzles and dialogue that reward patience and observation. Choices feel meaningful, with branching paths and optional discoveries adding steady momentum. Hand-painted visuals and a restrained soundtrack reinforce the mystery without distraction. By the end, it stands as a satisfying story that respects your time fully. "1980X is a beautiful tribute to retro gaming, blending multiple arcade genres with a powerful coming-of-age story. Each game segment, from side-scrolling beat-em-ups to racers and shoot-em-ups, feels authentic and nostalgic, yet fresh. The pixel art is stunning, the soundtrack absolutely nails the era, and the narration adds unexpected emotional depth. It's more of an experience than a traditional game, but that's what makes it special. For anyone who grew up in arcades or just loves retro vibes, this is a must-play gem." Hell Pie is a 3D platformer game in which players must collect components for Satan's birthday pie by grasping Nate, the demon of bad taste, horns. Players may traverse bizarre surroundings and face unpleasant individuals with his pet angel Nugget, who provides direction and can be utilized as a weapon. The game is a twisted spin on the classic mascot platformer, with elements like becoming a devil, utilizing Nugget as a guide, and exploring 4 different realms. Gigapocalypse is pure pixel chaos in the best way. Giant monsters rampage through cities, leaving nothing but rubble behind. The destruction feels satisfying, and the upgrades add a fun layer of progression. Every kaiju has a unique style, and unleashing their powers never gets old. The retro visuals hit just right, and the soundtrack punches with energy. There's a fun rhythm to smashing, earning, and evolving. Anyone looking for some monster-sized mayhem will find this a wild and enjoyable ride worth stomping through. Pato Box stands out with its bold black and white comic book art style and unique boxing mechanics. The fusion of punch-out gameplay with a revenge-driven narrative gives each fight real impact. The duck-headed protagonist adds an unexpected layer of intrigue, and the soundtrack fuels every punch with energy. Environments are stylish and interactive, keeping exploration engaging. It's refreshing to see such creative risks taken in a game, and the result is something truly memorable that refuses to follow the rules.
You thought you could control us?
Ancient decks clash in a world shaped by relic magic and quiet ambition. Cardaclysm, Shards of the Four casts a rising champion tasked with mastering rival factions while restoring balance to a fractured realm. Each run flows with steady tension, mixing thoughtful choices, swift turns, and rewarding risk as battles escalate. Progression unfolds through evolving cards, faction perks, and clever build paths that invite repeat mastery. Hand-drawn art and restrained music support focus without distraction. It stands as a refined full adventure built for focused play.
Your soul is mine.
Pixel Heroes, Byte, and Magic carries the spirit of classic arcades with modern calm. The story follows a clever coder turned hero, navigating glitchy realms where timing and judgment matter. Play flows in quick bursts that reward focus, with steady challenge curves and clean pacing that invite one more run. Growth comes through smart upgrades, character tweaks, and secret routes that reshape familiar stages. Bright pixel art and a playful score support the action without stealing attention. It stands as a complete, satisfying adventure front to back. Fairy tales take a darker turn in Scarlet Hood and the Wicked Wood, a moody action-adventure shaped by time loops and quiet tension. Scarlet navigates a shifting forest where choices reshape paths and outcomes. Combat feels brisk and deliberate, with steady pressure that rewards learning patterns and smart positioning. Each run reveals new routes, upgrades, and story threads that encourage experimentation. Hand-drawn art and somber music deepen the tone without distraction. It stands as a complete, satisfying tale of mastery through skill growth. Tinkertown is a lovely sandbox adventure that combines crafting, exploration, and light RPG elements to create a soothing, pixel-perfect experience. Whether you're creating your perfect village, exploring dungeons, or gathering resources, everything feels gratifying and enjoyable. The pixel graphic style is vibrant and appealing, while the music provides a warm atmosphere. It's especially fun at co-ops, where collaboration brings the world to life. There's a lot of promise here, and despite its simplicity, Tinkertown provides a healthy and creative retreat for fans of casual adventures. The Coma 2B Catacomb is a survival horror adventure and a precursor to the series. Players must cross the terrifying mirror dimension and the warped Sewa district, where they will encounter a range of individuals, each with their own story and secrets. The game strikes a balance between exploration and survival, using the player's illumination as both a tool and a liability. The game includes a never-ending pursuit, a Decay market, dark mysteries, resource management, unlocking tools and upgrades, and stealth mechanics. Pixel Grit meets mall-era chaos in a throwback brawler built for easy laughs and skill growth. Jay and Silent Bob roam familiar corridors as unlikely heroes, clearing trouble with simple controls and sharp timing. Combat flows in brisk bursts, balancing crowd control with readable patterns that reward calm play. Unlocks, branching routes, and character tweaks add reasons to replay without slowing the pace. Chunky sprites and a punchy soundtrack support the tone without stealing focus. This stands as a compact game that respects time and keeps momentum. Symphonia is a striking mix of action and emotion wrapped in an art style that feels hand-drawn and alive. The music pairs perfectly with each swing, glide, and leap, creating a rhythm that fuels every moment. Combat feels responsive, and traversal has a satisfying pace. The game's world is small but dense, with enough secrets and clever design to reward curiosity. A steady sense of progress and momentum keeps things engaging. For those seeking something artistic with depth, this one definitely deserves attention. Late-night streets pulse with calm danger as Death Noodle delivery sets a sharp, offbeat tone. The city needs meals fast, and the courier at its center treats every route like a puzzle under pressure. Runs feel smooth yet tense, built around momentum, split-second choices, and routes that reward clean lines. Growth arrives through smarter upgrades, alternate paths, and small rule twists that reshape each shift. Bold art and a steady soundtrack reinforce focus without stealing attention. It stands as a complete, satisfying ride that rewards steady mastery.
This is a grave matter.
Bloodshed carries the pulse of classic arcade carnage with a sharp modern edge. Set in a hostile cityscape, the lone operative cuts through relentless threats with speed, control, and steady resolve. Combat flows in fast bursts that reward timing, positioning, and calm decision-making under pressure. Progression unfolds through upgrades, branching routes, and hidden challenges that invite smarter play and repeat runs. Bold pixel art and driving music reinforce momentum without distraction. Bloodshed stands as a focused action game that rewards mastery. Sky Revolver carries the tone of a lost arcade era, where precision and nerve rule every second. Set in a collapsing sky realm, a lone pilot survives through reflexes and calm under pressure. Combat flows in tight bursts, balancing risk and recovery with steady momentum. Each run sharpens skills through upgrades, ship tuning, and branching routes that reward curiosity. Clean pixel art and driving music reinforce the pace without distraction. By the final stage, it stands as a focused, complete action adventure that rewards mastery and solid improvement. Colt Canyon is an exciting roguelike adventure in which players must rescue their abducted mate from bandits. Players must utilize revolvers and TNT to cross a dangerous canyon teeming with secret treasures, strong weaponry, obstacles, and terrifying opponents. They may even save more than their companion, but the quest is far from done. The game boasts a diverse cast of characters, local cooperative gameplay, upgrades, randomized levels, strategic stealth and exhilarating action, intense boss battles, permadeath, and exceptional replay value. Hyperspaced is a vibrant arcade-style shooter that thrives on quick reflexes and clever decision-making. The neon-soaked visuals create an energetic atmosphere, while the responsive controls make dodging waves of enemies feel satisfying. Each run feels fresh thanks to smartly designed challenges and a rewarding progression system that keeps momentum alive. The soundtrack heightens the intensity, amplifying every battle. As a whole, it's a game that rewards persistence with excitement and keeps the urge to dive back in strong. Vessels of Decay is a slow-burn, atmospheric adventure set in a decaying world where nature reclaims what's left behind. The visual style leans into moody detail, matched with ambient sounds that deepen the isolation. Puzzles feel organic, with exploration rewarded by environmental storytelling. Movement has a weight that adds tension to every step. Characters encountered are mysterious and intriguing, adding layers to the quiet narrative. It's a thoughtful game, one that favors mood and depth over spectacle, making each moment linger long after it's passed. Calm, colorful, and quietly confident, Woodle 2 Deluxe carries the tone of a classic adventure storybook. The gentle hero sets out across islands, forests, and ruins, guided by curiosity rather than conflict. Movement feels smooth and welcoming, with steady challenges that reward timing, observation, and patience. Progression unfolds through upgrades, secret routes, and optional tasks that deepen engagement without pressure. Soft visuals and a warm soundtrack support the relaxed pace. It stands as a complete, satisfying game built for steady growth on. Jin Conception is a refreshing throwback to classic RPGs with a unique twist on turn-based combat. The game's story keeps you guessing with its layered mystery and unpredictable turns, while the pixel art gives it a nostalgic but distinct charm. Battles are satisfying, especially with the tactical focus on timing and party synergy. The soundtrack fits perfectly with the mood, adding depth to every scene. It feels like a game made by someone who truly loves old-school RPGs but wanted to add something bold and different. Slime Sand's Superslime Edition is a fast-paced platformer that oozes charm and creativity. With its vibrant pixel art and catchy chiptune soundtrack, the game pulls you into a quirky world inside a giant worm. Tight controls and clever level design make each stage a fun challenge, especially with the time-based mechanics and wall sliding. The additional content in the Superslime Edition adds tons of value, including new campaigns and mini-games. It's a wild, colorful ride that platforming fans will find both rewarding and addictively fun.